Hello. So today I'll be teaching you guys how to build an AI app that transcribes and summarizes meeting recordings. Instead of a video, if you do want a downloadable file in Notion or PDF, I did link that down below in the description box. You can download that for free, or you could also just continue watching this tutorial. Before I do get into the tutorial, I will be doing a quick intro on the platform I use when I build my apps. So if you're already familiar with the platform I use, which is Airops, then you can just skip the first part of this video and get straight into the tutorial. So basically, this is what Airops looks like once you make an account. This is your workspace. It's pretty straightforward, really. You create a new app through this button. Right now I'm still using the free plan because I don't really need the paid plan yet, because I don't really have a lot of runs for my apps, or I don't have a lot of users for my apps yet, and I don't really use a lot of data. So it basically allows you to build apps that are powered by AI, or it doesn't need to be powered by AI, but just really automate stuff that you need to automate. I just took this video from I think this is like a kind of an introduction video that you see when you first log in or when you first make an account. So yeah, it's really easy to use. By the way, this isn't sponsored in any way. I just really love the platform because it's so beginner friendly, especially for someone like me who has no tech background. It just felt really easy to use. Of course, if you're trying to build more complex apps, it will get more challenging to use, but whenever I had questions or concerns, it was just really easy to reach out to their support team through the chatbot in the dashboard, in the workspace, in the lower right corner. So yeah, and then they were really helpful whenever I had questions about how to build some things or how I want to get a certain output, and what steps I need to include, stuff like that. So yeah, if you're a beginner and you're not from a tech background, I would highly recommend using Airops because it's really easy to understand the logic. And if you do know a bit of code, you can include it, but I don't, so I don't use it. I just use what features they have. So yeah. So let's get right into the tutorial. So I'll be teaching you guys how to make a minute of the meeting AI app. I'll do two versions for this. I'll do like the simple version that you can do in like under 5 minutes, and then if you want to upgrade it, then I'll teach you guys how to upgrade it. Okay, so let's create. So after we get a blank template, let's name this minutes of the meeting. Yeah. So for a meeting recording, we're gonna get an input field. Basically, this is the field, basically what kind of input are you expecting from the users of this app. So if we're talking about meeting recording, that would be file media. So this could be audio or video files. So let's say meeting recording required. We're gonna save that field, and then our second step, or step 1, will be under AI. There's going to be transcription, so you click that. This is step 1. Right now I think I'm gonna choose this one for accuracy, and then the file to transcribe will be the input, which is this one. Most of the meetings I go to do have multiple speakers, so I will click this one. Yep. And then we want the output to be text. So let me try to find a file that I can test on this. Oh, here. Okay. This is actually just a video I did of me when I was applying for my internship. So let's see how it goes. It does take quite a while to load, especially if the file's pretty big. So I'm gonna wait for a few minutes and then just get back here. So the video is finally uploaded. Now we're gonna execute our workflow. Okay, this is also gonna take a while, but basically this is what the test will look like. The input, and then you'll see the output here. So we're just gonna wait a bit again. So we finally have the output. So this is a transcript of the meeting, but the file that I placed as input isn't actually a meeting recording. It was just a dialogue, a presentation that I did by myself. So I think I'm speaker 0 all throughout. Yeah, I think there were some parts that said that had speaker 1. Maybe my voice kind of changed, I don't know. But yeah, so this is what it would look like if there are multiple speakers. Yeah. If we do want to up-level this, and aside from a transcript we want to include a summary, we will need to add an additional step. So we will be adding a step over here actually. Hold on. I think it's here. App. Now, to do this, you do need to build an additional app in Airops, and I will be using the document summarizer app. I have another video on how to build this one, so I'll also link that below in the description box. Basically, you take this app, the document summarizer app takes input text, or it can be an input file, and then summarizes it. So I think it was version 2 that took input text. Yeah. So the input text will be the output from step 1. There. Save changes. Now because we have kind of 2 steps that give an output, step 1 gives an output of a transcript, step 2 gives an output of a summary. If we want both of those outputs to be represented in the end, we're gonna have to add an additional step actually. It's gonna be a text step. So here. Now, let's just keep it simple. Meeting summary. That's step 2. Meeting transcript. So basically what we're doing is just we're formatting how the output will look like at the end. And then, yeah. So we're gonna save this first, save draft. And then let's test it again. Okay, so the video's done uploading. Now we're gonna execute it and then we'll see the output. Okay, so the output is here. So the first part is the meeting summary, and then the second part is the meeting transcript. So yeah, that's pretty much how you build this app. So again, if ever you do want a reference for building this app, and you don't want to have to keep rewatching this video, you can always just download the Notion or PDF file that I linked below. When you actually download the Notion, it comes with the PDF, so you kind of need to get both. So yeah, thank you so much again for your time and for learning about AI with me. If you're also just starting this journey, so am I. I'm not an expert in this field or anything. I have been building in Airops for a while now, but I wouldn't call myself an expert just yet. Maybe by next year I will be an expert, but now not really. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fun time building.